Hi everyone. I wanted to show you today how to navigate through the N2y.com website. This is really a great website because it includes news to you and it also includes unique learning activities. So once you go to N2y.com, they have updated the format here and made it a little easier to sign in. So once you sign in, you're going to pick if you're a teacher or a student. And for today, we're going to be a teacher. Okay, so once you sign in as a teacher, you will have your various options here. You can go into unique learning, news to you, Symbol Sticks Prime, L3 skills, positivity, and professional development. Now, if your county does not purchase all of those, your screen might look a little different. For right now, we're going to go into unique learning. And let me just scroll over here so you can see a little bit. So right over here is what we call the hamburger. It's 3 lines. This is where you're pretty much going to navigate through all of these topics here. So in the beginning, you will need to set up your account. That's the welcome screen. Let me go back into unique. See how quick I jumped out of the unique into news to you. So you do need to set up your account and your students. So this is a this is where you're going to basically go in and fill in all of this information here. Introducing me just gives me little things to ask the child. Observational profiles. There's none for that child. Student summary report, you can go in, individually track skills. What we do at the very beginning when we get a student and we have updated all of their information, logged each child in, we go in and we take a benchmark test. This benchmark will basically tell you which level your child is on in all of these areas. And so you may choose not to go into all of those. So if you have a higher level student, you are just going to go into your reading, writing, and math problem solving, and maybe even a basic math, but you really don't need to do the early learning or the emerging skills. If you have a really low student, significantly lower than the rest of your population of students, then you could come in here and do your emerging skills and your early learning. And then once you go in there and then you run the test. Now I'm not going to do it for the sake of this video, but you run a test and then it will give you you'll actually know the results and see where that child is. After you've taken the benchmark and it levels your student, then you're going to do each month, you have to do your monthly checkpoints. Now the monthly checkpoints are at the beginning of the month and after you have completed the monthly lesson. So if you go in and administer the checkpoint, now we're not able to do that right now because of the shelter in place, but so you need to make sure that you're on the correct lesson. So March or April, and let's just say we want to go to March, and then you can pick which content or which subject you want to work in. And let's just say we want to do the reading. Now if you start at the beginning, it will run you through all of the tests. So this would be a pre-test, And then do you want to do it online or offline? It does give you an option to do it offline. That just means you'd have to print the answers and let the child do it offline, and then you submit the results back in. And so once you do that, you run the test. It tells you to verify the student. You have to type in the student's name here and then continue. And basically it walks you through the test. It's not that difficult. So let's go back up. And that's just the basic things that you have to do. The benchmark at the beginning and possibly the end of the year, and then your checkpoints are monthly at the beginning of the year. The beginning of the month and the end of the month. Okay. Let me go back in, make sure we get the same view. Okay, did I cover everything? Here is where you can configure your student view. When they are working individually on the computer, you basically set up the color, you know, the zoom level, interactivity here. You just set that up. And then if you want to use those, let me go back in here. So I don't want it to highlight, first click, speaks, and select. So you just choose what you want to here. Reading level, you can set the individual reading level and move the stories that it's given to you. So if you want higher level, you put that at the beginning here, and you do that just by moving it to the top. So for this student, she's a little higher, so I might make sure that she gets all of the higher level books. Okay. And then of course you would save that. You can override your differential levels if you want to. You can make them higher or lower. And then you can manage the books that you want your students reading. It's really super easy. You have the books from over here. You just pick the one that you want and you put set, and it sends it to the those green boxes that we will visit here, where the students actually work independently at the computer or with support, whichever. So that's quickly shows you what that area is. You have reports that you can run. It's being super slow. Okay, not sure what it's doing right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can run reports off of your lessons, your profiles, your benchmarks. Sorry, my computer is being a little goofy here. So those are the reports. The N2y Library gives you the stories that you can read here at all different levels, and you would just click here, or you can download it as a PDF, whichever you want. This little finger here, this means that that's interactive, and you can set all the levels. You know, everything is a drop down, so you can actually pick if it's, you know, holiday, if you want a holiday book or whatever. And then here's your monthly lessons. And again, you've got to be careful because you need to make sure you're on the current month. We are on April, so I need to make sure that I'm on April. And so if I want to display this on the board and be interactive, I'm going to use the iDoc. If I want to download it as a PDF, then I print it or use this one as a PDF. And then you scroll down and all of the lessons are there for you. And you just, of course, click on it and it takes you to all of the lessons. It's loading. Give it just a second. I need Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Wow. Lots of people on the internet, or mine is just really slow today. I do apologize. Okay, so once it comes up, you're going to be given the lessons, and you just scroll through. Okay, and you can see all of your lessons here. Now, this is not the interactive one. Okay.